Hi, friends. This is Chris with Josephine's Design. I am back in my TN and I'm excited to plan with this gorgeousness. This is my Nativity Silent Night kit from DEK. I have the foiled, I have the non-foiled, and then I ordered 2 extras for additional washi, days of the week, and just all of this goodness right here, and the banners and the scallops, because I can use this in my memory keeping, my journaling, all of that. So I wanted to make sure I got extra. And this kit is huge. So, and these are the rest of all my Christmas goodies plus some functionals that I ordered. So I'm super excited. But this kit is, I was counting up the pages. It is 1, goodness gracious, 2. And if you don't know it, 3, you get to pick what you want to do for your foiling. 4, 5, 6 pieces to this kit. So I always do rose gold, and I believe this one is regular gold. You can also do silver, and every now and then she'll have a few other, extras thrown in. So, anyways, Dawn does a great job on these kits, and I so appreciate it. So here we go. I'm going to pull out my goodies in here, and I did not plan at all last week. At all. I know. I just couldn't get it done. It was just a crazy busy week. I had lists. I was working from lists, but I just didn't get it done. And I felt kind of bad about that, but I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's just what we need. We need that downtime. And I felt like after we finished our camp, and I just felt like, wow, I had so much to get done for Thanksgiving, and then we had, things with our children and a friend of ours. We spent some time with by Zoom on Thanksgiving Day, which turned into a monstrously long call. I'm going to tell you, it was a monster of a call, which we loved it. We're not complaining, but okay. So all I do on this page is I draw one line, and over here I divide up in all the days. So that's what I did. I'm just going to grab... Where's my ruler? I wonder if somebody came in here and got it. Those little cuties. Well, let's see. Do I have a straight edge here? No, I do not. Well, you know what I'm going to do? What every other crafter and scrapbooker and person like me does. We just find something with a straight edge and we go with it. I should have done this for you before, but I was literally writing emails today right before I came in here, while on the phone call with one of our kiddos, and just talking about what had happened with the storm, what they were telling us what happened with their property and their critters. They had one of their rabbits, had a litter of rabbits, baby bunnies, but because of the weather, none of them survived. And they went out and, checked on them all night long. And one of them, the mama pushed out of the nest. And which I told her, I said, remember when you have your first litter, sometimes they don't get it right. And especially when the weather turns like that. And the weather turned on her. And that's why, she was stressed out. And she said, yeah, but they were sad, I mean, it's always horrible. And, I know this will offend some of you, which it does me, especially since I called their daughter Bunny. But they were raising these for meat rabbits for their family. And with COVID, they became very, very creative in what they were doing. And they literally bought land, and they're now working the land, trying to get it ready they're getting ready to have the land. They've been clearing it and pulling down old fence themselves. And now they're getting ready to hire some people to come out and turn all the soil. And then they will refence, because the fencing was old. It even had an old chute, like a cattle chute when you're loading cattle on it. And I kind of was the only one who saw it. And I said, is that an old cattle chute? And they didn't really answer me. And then another phone call, I said, is that an old cattle chute I saw in there? And they were like, yes, yes, yes. And so I don't know if they didn't know what it was or they just didn't hear me. But anyways, and having grown up around ranches, but they said, yeah, but everything's in really bad condition. I said, well, it sounds like it. It sounds like it was just really old. So excuse me, I'm going to get a sip of iced tea. Mm. So a friend of mine sent me a text today that said, drinking green tea, eating muscadine grapes, and one other thing. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, it was supposed to like help prevent COVID. And I was like, well, if that's true, I've drunk enough green tea to float an ocean, float a boat in the ocean. And I told her, I said, well, I think I'm doing pretty good on all those things. So we'll see. But anyway, she was just like, oh, look, this is all you need. And I was like, well, thank you. That's so sweet of you. But we're already doing that. So what I'm looking for right now is I know I have these washies and I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to take these and put them across here. That's what I think I'm going to do. And I want to keep these somewhat together because I want it to create a scene. And I'm going to come back and trim after. Not really sure. Yeah, see, I don't want to trim off Mary and baby and, but let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to figure out a creative way to use this and not lose my scene. I think I can do it. Hold on, I'm going to go one more over. But anyway, so they had an eventful night. We had an extremely eventful night. If you guys have not seen on Instagram, I loaded it last night. So if anybody asked me, we had to get everything picked and brought in, which meant I kind of want to, well, I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We brought in literally gallons of basil that I spent almost all day picking, afternoon and evening. And then I turned around and made, I think, 2 or 3 gallons of pesto. I was exhausted. By the time everybody else came in, I could barely walk. My knees were completely shot. But how grateful are we? We have 2 different kinds of pestos. We grew many types of basil, mainly sweet basil, and we literally had oh my goodness, I did purple basil for my husband. It smells like licorice, has a licorice taste. So I made him pesto with that as well, and probably about 3/4 of a gallon of that for him. And then for us with the green pesto, we probably made, it's got to be close to 3 gallons. But I'll know today or this evening or tomorrow morning when I take it all up. And what I do is I put them in little freezer bags in the quart, or for my husband, he's the only one who's going to eat it. He'll get like the snack bags of it. And then I smush them flat, put them on a like a cookie sheet in the freezer. And then when they freeze, then I take them and put them in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag. And then that goes into the deep freeze, all freezer bags. And then when we want fresh pesto or pesto that we made, then we pull it out, we let it defrost in the fridge, and then we eat on it for a day or two. And since it's just my youngest and I, we will have green pesto for at least a year, and my husband too, but he'll probably eat some of ours. But my daughter came in because she was helping her daddy. They picked almost 50 huge Meyer lemons, huge, off our tree. And they came in, and my daughter was, let me see, I think I did start on Monday. Okay. It was just so cute. She was so happy. They got all these, so we took pictures, and I put that also on the Instagram. And it's just basically one of those flip throughs, but you can see all the things we picked because she helped me with some of the basil, the smaller amounts of basil. So the purple basil, the Indian basil, it's called Indian basil, and then also the we had lemon basil that I'll use for fish and things like that. I'm just going to dehydrate those. We had massive amounts of lemon balm. We had massive amounts of thyme, huge chest-high dill that I didn't plant in that container. I planted it somewhere else, and I guess the birds got it and moved it. And it was, massive amounts of dill. It literally filled probably, by the time we dehydrated it will not be this big. But we filled half of a postal box with nothing but dill. It was insane. And anyway, so I'll make all kinds of cucumber sandwiches and things like that. Use the dill, and I'll keep some fresh as long as I can. And then I had some that were just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bouquets of flowers. So I kept the flowers. I know I should have let them go to seed, but I just loved them. They were so beautiful. And then I had massive amounts of lemon balm. I'll make tea out of that. I have tons of peppermint, and that's all on the front porch still, kind of covered. I'm going to try to keep it. I'm going to move it inside. And then I had, let's see. So I've got that. So on another day, I was going to use this for my monthly, but I'm using it for this first week, and I did everything backwards, so forgive me. But anyway, so long story short, because see, these two go together and this goes together. So I think, let me see. I think I'm going to go with the stars. I think that'll be pretty in here. But we just picked and picked and picked and picked everything we could. We had, oh gosh, I think total we now have at least 10 gallons of tomatoes, and we still have one plant. My husband moved to his office that was in a bucket, and he's going to continue to grow it in his office. We also have 2 plants of eggplant from last spring that are still producing. We covered one with a trash can, but I told my husband I don't think it worked. We'll see what happens. It was his idea. I didn't want to, wanted to support him. And then we have the Japanese eggplant that he took in his office, which is so good. And then we had, I'm trying to think what else. We had tons of peppers. We had at least, altogether we probably had maybe 15 pounds of it. I'm going to put weekend here. And I will can all of those. The tomatoes, I'm going to wash and freeze in large 1 gallon Ziploc bags. But right now we're letting them all, if you have one red tomato or 2 or 3 reds and then the rest are green, it'll help ripen the green. So we're going to let those go as long as they can go. And then I will move those into Ziploc bags in the deep freeze. And then after Christmas and New Year's, I will make tomato sauce and can it. And I'll probably do it like late February is actually what I'm thinking, because we have lots of birthdays in January and we have anniversary in February. And we're not going anywhere, but I'm hoping my husband is going to renovate the mini house we bought for our son and his wife. And we may just take a little vacation into the mini house. So, we'll see. I kind of want to put these here, but I'm going to wait. Okay. So I've got my days of the week. I've got my weekend here. I've got this as a little scene as to what Christmas is all about. I want to put across here December, but I'm going to wait till I get my kit. Well, actually, I'll probably use it on my monthly. I'll go ahead. Let me do this. So let me see here. So I think what I'll do is, I think I've got some half boxes. Let me see. Okay. I know. I'm just so excited to have this kit. I've been waiting forever for it. Okay. I'm going to use these. So I think I'm going to put this one and you know what? I think I'm going to go with the lighter blue. But, so now I'll go ahead and use it. We literally worked last night until all of us were completely exhausted. After I finished putting up all the basil and cooking, I made pesto and pasta and goodies last night for dinner. And you're going to ask me my recipe, and it is, I have this asked all the time. Let me just tell you what the recipe is because it's so good. It is literally usually pecans off our trees, but we didn't have time for that. So I used walnuts, and I buy the big bags from Sam's, raw. And then I bought the garlic cloves, and I used to peel them all, and I'm not going to do that. So I bought the big bag of peeled garlic from Sam's, and I really needed a little bit more garlic. I was really short. And then I had to go and get more nuts. And I'll tell you what I did for my husband. So this is for the green pesto. And then I bought, and then I added olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. My husband's, I added more white ground pepper. He likes everything spicy. And then I added, what else did I do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come across here and make this be my divider here. So hang with me. So, and then I used, let me start from the inside and work out. So I did garlic, walnuts, basil, And then I used, what am I trying to say? I did the basil, and then I used salt and pepper, Parmesan, fresh Parmesan. And so I buy it in the block from Imperfect. And, if I'm really good, I have it done ahead. But this freeze hit so fast. We had no idea it was going to be this cold. We were first hearing it wasn't going to be a long freeze, so we weren't rushing to get anything in. And then last night, my husband came in and said, or the night before, he said, hey, by the way, it is going to get pretty cold, and it's going to be Monday night, not Tuesday night, because he told me Tuesday. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was a full day project. It was full day until I think my husband came in at midnight. He got a shower. He ate dinner that late. Yes, he did. We both did. And then, well, my daughter and I ate a little bit before him. And okay, for his pesto, it was purple basil, which I know that sounds really gross, but he loved it. He loved it. He was just like, this is the best pesto ever. And I was like, you really like this? And he was like, yes, I love it. I was like, well, that's wonderful. And when my daughter came in and tasted it, she was like, that's disgusting. I was like, yeah, I know, me too. So, anyways, he loved it, which was what it was all about. But in his, I did pecans because that's what I had left out of the freezer. And so we have pecans on our property. It came with the property. It was a small orchard. We've lost a couple of trees over the years due to drought of all things. And but we've loved it. We've been so appreciative. And you know what? It has fed our family when times have been tough. And we have literally lived here in very tough, difficult times. So we've been there, my friends. So, oh, look at all these. So I think I'm going to save, maybe I'll put one of these up here. I think I'm going to go with this one. I think these are just gorgeous, absolute gorgeousness. So I'm going to put that there, and I might just put 2020 on that. I'm not sure, but I am going to put December and then the dates. And then, I love that. So there's still some leaves there, which we are getting tons of leaves falling. So I'm going to put that there. And it meant moving massive pots, and God bless my husband that he is that strong. There is no way I could have lifted anything. He was helping me get things down we have a half wall on our porch. He was helping me get the heaviest things down, and then things that had to be hauled in. And bless his heart. God love him. He was so sweet about it. So, okay. And this one, since it's my month or my weekly, I'm going to go ahead and use these dates. So, and I've got a new little doodad. I think it's in the other room. So I'll use, the kind of tweezers you don't have to clamp. So, but they're so much easier to put down because you can see them better than with my stubby fingers. But, and then what else did we bring in? Oh gosh, we brought everything in. It was like, oh, I harvested all of our aloe vera. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean you harvested aloe vera? Well, we juice it, and then we add it to our fruit juice when we juice, or our vegetable juice, fruit and vegetable juice. And people are like, that's kind of gross and it's kind of slimy. How does that work? It works beautifully. I always keep some in the freezer for burns and things like that, though it doesn't really work on me. I used to always use it on my son, but he always did better with like aloe vera you bought from the store than he did with real life. I know, it's just so embarrassing, but he had I have acute atopic skin. He had it. It was insane what he had as a baby. So he was just a weeping wound, and it was awful. I mean, he went and saw every doctor under the sun. I literally had a whole closet that was nothing but things that I tried to help his skin. And the only thing the doctor wanted to give him was steroid cream, which would work for a short season, but I was violently allergic to steroid cream, violently allergic. So I had a problem. And so what we ended up doing for him, I'm going to scoot this down a little bit. I didn't plan that very good. I would put gloves on, and I would use it only every now and then because, number one, it was his diaper area, which, you don't want to be taking steroids and putting that, in that area of any child, much less a little boy. And then, which I just did not agree with that treatment. And then, but I always had to go there and then tell them it doesn't work because it just back in that day, I don't know why doctors didn't listen in that era, but they just didn't. And so, anyways, I finally found a couple of things that worked, and praise God, he outgrew it. But needless to say, I always still grow. I always still grow. I'm gonna scissors surgery on my stickers here, and I don't know where my fine scissors. You can tell we've just come off a holiday and a camp because it's like, where is anything? Where's everything? Okay, so I am going to just split my weekend here. I'm going to do week, and then I'm going to put N down here. I know it's not an official correct spelling, but you know, I just think it's cute. Anyways, but so I took in all the aloe vera, washed that, cut that, got that bagged up. That's in the fridge. And then that was 2 gallons of that. And then what else did we do? Okay, so I need a meal. So let's do meals now. So I think I don't want to use that. It seems a little dark to me. Not to everybody, but just to me, because you know I'm so blind. So I think I'm going to go this way because we're still early in the game. So I don't mind it being light. So I think what I'm going to do is do meals up here. So I'm going to put this down. And then I'm going to put this down right here. And that's where I'll do my meals for the week. And yes, I'm 2 days short. This is a 5 checklist. So what I'm going to do, let me see here. There we go. Okay. I do not have this straight. That's the problem. It's like, why is that crooked? Silly me. Okay. So there we go. And then this is going to go like this. Perfect. Perfect. And then for this on the bottom, I really want to use that. So what I'll do is I'll just trim a little bit off of each of the bottoms because they connect to the picture, but the bottom area doesn't really show. So I think I can get 2 out of this one. And then I'll put the 1 back for when I use, well, yeah, let me just do it like that. Okay, sticker surgery. I know I always have to say this. Like, why do you always have to say it? I don't know. Anyways, so now I have my 7 days here for my meal planning, and I mainly plan either we eat big lunches that week or we eat big dinners that week. That's how we do it. Okay, now, so those are my meals. I have been working some. I will do a little bit of work this week. I don't want to put Monday through Friday. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do my work for my classes, and I'm super excited. There is going to be an announcement later this week of what's going to be happening with Josephine's Designs. We've already had a couple sign up. There are very limited kits. It is going to be a paid class. I am super excited. Really pray, guys. I mean, if you can't take it, I totally understand, but I really have to go to work, and this is my attempt to do what I've always wanted to do after all these years of being blessed to help in other ways. And my husband needs me to work, so I can't go out and work because of my health. So I am thankful. I'm a teacher by profession, so being able to teach online is such a blessing. So I'm super excited, and there will be a video. Whoops, I forgot my 7. There will be a video later this week, so keep watching. It is going to be fun, and I cannot wait to show you what I have been putting together. For those of you who've come to the camps, and you guys have always been so generous with your comments and your kindness and talking about the kits and all that. Okay, this is crazy. The first launch class will begin in January. We will begin probably to have a goal setting class right before the last week of December, but it'll be videoed and in our private online classroom. And you can watch that at any time. And there will be a goal setting class before we even start. And then it is a full year. It's going to be so much fun. But when you come back, you're going to get to see all about it. And I'm so excited. So excited. God is so good. I have been able and so blessed to find some of the most incredible things for y'all, and it's still happening. It is literally, I worked 3 hours this afternoon continuing to try to find beautiful things. I know. So, okay, I love this right here. So I'm going to set this right here in the middle, and it says, "'Tis the season to sparkle." And since I kind of focused on all the stars, that's where I'm going to put that. I love that. And I also have this cute little girl. I'll save that for something else, but cute. If you don't know, DEK always throws in extra goodies. And what a blessing that is. Or at least they did this time, which is such a blessing. I'm saving this for my other planner that also was thrown in and lots of little bitty stamps. So cute. Okay, now I feel like this needs a little razzmatazz. And I really, we have multiple Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. So I'm going to do multiple of these. So I think I'm just going to put them here. And we began Advent yesterday, and we are behind on that, or Sunday, actually, pardon me. So I hope you guys are looking at an Advent calendar and doing something special to remember what this season is about. And I don't know if what you believe, but I'm a Christian, if you didn't know. And so the focus and the celebration of Jesus' birth is such a blessing, and I'm super, super excited. So, and yeah, so my husband and I and our youngest will, we will not get to go. We attend a Messianic Jewish church, and we will not get to go be with our church family. But we will be so thankful. We will be so thankful because we can do things online, and though some people are getting together right now, we are not. And so we just have to bloom where we're planted. We're just gonna be happy and trust that God has a plan in all this. So, yeah, and I think that is the one thing in life. If I could say anything, I'm gonna put this down here because it was the angel that went to tell. Yes, went to tell and foretell of who was coming. And then I love all these bits and pieces. So let's kind of get busy with the bits and yes, I'll do something across here. So anyways, but we are super excited for this time. And my daughter just asked me, "So you guys aren't going to come, are you?" And I was just like, you know what? I've been told to stay in. I don't know what to say here. So I know she's not happy with it, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. And I mean, we can do drive-bys and wave and drop off gifts, which is what I anticipate doing. We will do ours early because I have everything done and ready early, and my husband is off the month. He will, oops, I tore it, but that was me, and it was me. It was not the sticker. So it's totally fine. It was extra. So I'm going to put that there over the baby Jesus. And since we're focusing on stars, I'm going to put some more of the stars out. But we'll probably do a drive-by. And I didn't get to tell her that because her babysitter came in and didn't recognize we were on. I think she knew we were on the phone, but she just kind of, talked. And we were trying to talk about those things. But anyway, so we enjoyed our time together. That's all that matters. And I totally, had there been anything important, I would have hung up immediately. I would have gotten off that like that. Anything to do with my grandbaby. You guys know I'm a nut. Anything she needs. So anyways, but so they talked and I got out of the way and I was still on hold, but it was totally fine. Okay, I love this and I'm totally happy with that. And I just think it looks so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I know. It's just too much fun. Okay, so I'm going to come across here with this little sticker. This little line sticker. Oh, I think that's too dark. I think I want to balance this one out. So I'm going to put this one back. I think I'm going to go light like I did up here, but maybe not as light. We'll see. So I'm not really sure what we're going to do. I have got a gorgeous gift for the grandbaby that I'm going to order. I ordered all my husband's daughters, and I ordered for my husband mine in the big Black Friday sale. So I'm super, super thrilled. And what I did was we love watching the Bates family on Faith and Family TV. And they are such a sweet family. And so their girls have, three of the girls have started a clothing online store. And I hope my youngest doesn't watch this, but I basically I ordered her, I think 11 pieces and me three. And I mean, pardon me 7 or 8. But anyways, she'll be finishing college in the next little bit of time, and I want her to have a beautiful professional wardrobe that is modest and yet young and pretty and all that. And so, anyways, she enjoys watching them too. And anyway, so and one day my husband was so sweet. He looked at me. He goes, do you know which? He goes, so and so is my favorite. And he goes, do you know which one reminds me of the most of you? And I said, well, the one I like the best is, and I like all of the kids, but probably the one that is very similar in personality is the oldest daughter named Michael or Michaela. And I said, well, I kind of like Michaela the best. And I don't mean to be silly about it, but I do like her the best. And you know what, guys? I usually use a pen to make these lines. I didn't have it in here. I just used a pencil. I'm totally fine. And seriously, you can put washi on the lines. You cannot. I find it eats up too much space. So that's why I usually use a pen. And I'll probably come back in with a pen and just, go in between. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But I love this. I think this is so pretty. So when you look at headers and you go, what can I do with those? You can do this. Okay. And I want to put this week down here, and I think I'm going to because I want to remember the things that happened this week for journaling. And I wanted, before I kind of just block that out, and I think I'm going to use this that says this week, and I'm not even going to use up the whole space. And if I thought about that better, I would put it darker, but I'm totally fine with that. But anyway, so I purchased us clothes for Christmas, which is such a blessing. And right now I'm literally in a shirt that has bleach stain and everything on it. I've got to go. I'm going to do my hair. I plan to do it this weekend and I ran out of time. And so anyways, and I didn't realize it till we did our Zoom with the Bible journaling camp that when I pull my hair up, my hair looks extremely dark, though it still has a lot of natural red in it. It's hard to tell. And so I haven't had my hair done since January for my birthday. I know, my birthday. So I decided I've got a kit. I'm going to give it a try. And I asked my husband, do you want me to put in blonde highlights or do you want me to go with the mahogany red hair? And he kind of looked at me and he goes, well, because of the season, I think you need to go red. And I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, remember I had that kiddo that reported to me and she always did her hair based on the season. And I said, okay. And so anyways, it was very cute and he was very sweet about it. And we both laughed. And I said, okay, well, I already have that kit out, so I'll go red. So no problem. Because I had a couple of kits. I had bought them when we ordered groceries. And so I have not done my hair. It may be over 30 years by myself. I used to, do it where you pull it out and highlight it in the cap. And I had a girlfriend whose mom was a hairdresser, so she would help me with that. But I could totally do it myself. And then I did the red hair for my birthday last year. I had done highlights in red before, but I did it. I'm going to put this here, Trash Eve. So we had trash picked up today. We were running out there this morning trying to get rid of all the trash because we were so pooped last night. My husband had put the main trash out, but And then tomorrow I will be working on our bedroom again. Chores, I'll be doing clothes. And yes, we needed Coffee Monday for sure. Yesterday, big time. It goes off a little bit, but it doesn't cut off the picture. So I'm just going to trim off that white because I need all the space I can get in here to write. Because right now I'm having to keep track of one of the properties of our commercial. I've got to do my makeup brushes. I think I'm going to do that Friday. Actually, I like doing YouTube down here. So I'll probably do it here. But I've got to, we're trying to close out a property and these guys I have to be honest, they are terrible. They do not communicate back. Really pray for me. I mean, I've gotten myself down a creek without a paddle or up a creek without a paddle, however you want to say it. I'm going to put this for watching. We are watching holiday movies every night, either on Hallmark. We have the Hallmark Now. We don't have cable, or the Up Family, Faith and Family channel. And it's so cute. My husband, he found those when my dad died, and we were taking care of my mom because they had cable and we were living there, so my mom wouldn't be totally messed up. I mean, she wouldn't, because she had Alzheimer's. So we want to make sure she was okay. And there is no Wednesday hump day this week because we had sale all weekend, and then we had Monday, Cyber Monday at DEK. So I'm going to save that for next week. And then laundry. Okay, Thursday. I don't do laundry. My daughter does the laundry. But just to remind her to get her done is always a big deal. So I think we're going to go Thursday, Friday. But she's in the middle of finals right now. So there's grace. There's always grace. My husband, not so much. But for me, there's always grace. I'm going to put this over here. All right. All right. And then I'll put this over here somewhere. Yeah. I'll do it Friday or Saturday. But I do want to do a date night with my husband. And we're probably just going to go for a drive. That works. Thursday, we were going to go for a long drive this weekend, but we started talking about the logistics. If we go for an all-day drive, where do we stop and go to the bathroom? And though it would be in the country, not that kind of girl. And so, I mean, we've camped. I've done it all. I've had friends with ranches. My uncles had ranches. But I think because my knees are so bad, I said, well, my knees will not allow that anymore. And so he was like, okay. So do we need to buy a camper just to go on a car trip? And I said, maybe. And so he wants to travel. And because of my immune system, my doctors are like, you have to stay in now. It's time. You have to hunker down. So anyways, but we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do. So pray for us because, I hate being the disappointment for him. And I know you probably are going to say you shouldn't feel that way, but I do. He has been extremely stressed out through all of this. It has been a very difficult time. So please just keep me in your prayers. I did spend all day, I think it was Friday or Saturday, while he went into stores and I stayed in the car. And I love that scallop. Isn't that cute on that? Just so jazzes it up. I think I'm done because I could go sticker happy. So I've got work. Oh, no, I forgot one thing. I know. So this is going to be my water. I know. I am really struggling to get water in. I even bought this stuff that I don't like. It's from the grocery store. And it is, oh, actually I can write it right there. So never mind. It's wonderful. I appreciate it. It's made with stevia, which I love stevia, but, the healthy, herbal version of, kind of a faux sugar, but it's all natural. It's grown. I've grown it, and I'm going to grow it again this spring. But okay, so I've got my water, I've got my work, I've got my meals, and I need to do a 3 checklist for. I've got the estate and then the commercial partnership. I don't feel super compelled to put lots of time in on this because I have absolutely done this for a while, but I do believe I need to, just try. Okay. Did you like that? Just try a little bit. So that is going to be that work. And I don't think I have any more work stickers. Hold on. I've got one more right there. I don't want to give that up. So maybe I'll just